Hi, Gail here. Welcome to Radio Kidnappers, Voice of Hawke's Bay. We are here to give you a little bit of an update on May. First, I am a tarot reader, medium, psychic. I use my intuitive abilities to help life coach you through difficult situations. And if you're worried, anxious, or if you're struggling with a solution, sometimes a reading can provide you with clarity. If you are someone who is very uncomfortable around tarot cards, they don't have to be used at all. And sometimes I don't use, well, a lot of times I don't use them at all. So, yeah, so if you're just wanting a little bit of help, it's better not to have to sit in anxiety or sit in a struggle when sometimes a solution can be arrived at yourself with just hearing a little bit of information that you didn't perhaps know or weren't aware of before. So I am by title a noetic scientist, which just means I use my intuitive abilities to help and make life easier, actually. The other thing I wanted to kind of like say a little bit today is it was about lonely and loneliness, because they're two different things. You can feel alone, but you can also feel lonely. I just want to let you know you're never truly alone. You are always surrounded by people in spirit that love you. You might not see them or feel them, and I get it. Just know that when you talk out loud or when you think out loud and when you're going through anxiety or you have a question, you are being listened to. And if you are aware that maybe someone is listening, maybe thin ears just hearing your thoughts, then you'll find that things come to you just in your thought. Someone might just turn up and you can go out with them, or they might just turn up or you might run into them just to help fill your day so you don't feel quite so alone or quite so lonely. So just a thought, you can pretend that you're talking to yourself. You can pretend that you're talking to someone who's passed away, your mum, your dad, friends, anybody. You can talk in your head the whole time and nobody thinks you're nuts. And especially if you're on your own, you can talk out loud as well. I've done this my whole life. I do it still. And it is, it's comforting sometimes just to hear your own voice so that you're hearing the voice of a person, even if it is you. So you can have a conversation with yourself. It doesn't mean it's going to drive you nuts. You know reality, you know that this is just you having a conversation with yourself, or maybe somebody that can hear. You can have a little bit of a play with it, or I don't know, it just can lighten your heart a little bit. So anything that lightens your heart is good. May can sometimes be a little bit of a messy month because we've got a change of seasons. Our weather's up and down. It's kind of, sometimes the day has several seasons in it. But even on a practical level in your everyday life, that can be the case as well. Now, last session, we didn't quite get a chance to do the cards for May. So what did we have? We had one card, and the card was that it was a month to kind of just work a little bit on your instincts, as in, follow them through, just trust them a little bit more. There were things around you finding out about things that you didn't know before as well. So that's a start. But let's have a little look for you personally. And this is in general, but sometimes it relates on a personal level. So let's have a little look at you and what's going on for you in May 2022. So here we go. I'm just going to pick out 3 cards. I'll show you the cards if I remember, and I'll try to. May, what else is in store for you for May? And I like it in the positive, what can you look forward to in May? And is there anything in May that you need a little clarity around, perhaps, or a little bit of direction around? Let's see what we get. The first card for May is be patient with yourself. Be patient with your life and things not seeming to kind of, unfold, but just be patient with waiting for things to unfold in front of you rather than rushing out and trying to make things happen. If you feel a little bit like you have given a lot up in your life, that you have waited a long time and nothing's really happened, or that you have been waiting for other people to sort themselves out so that you can get clarity, clearance. Sorry, I had a word and it went away, so I just got those two. This is just saying, so this is the Hanged Man, for those of you that know what it is. And this just says it's, like you're just about ready for things to come and fit together and fall into place. So within a month, that's you'll start to see things settling. I got closure. That's the word that I was trying to get before. So if you're waiting for closure, just be a little bit more patient this month. Closure is coming within a month or so, okay? Say month to 6 weeks. And then I can see the weather, but we know what the weather's like. It's actually raining out there today, so maybe that's another reason I'm seeing the weather. We'll have a little look at that a little bit more soon. So the positives for you this month, let's have a little look. Well, we are going to get some sunshine, but that's the sun. So that means that this can be a very productive month for you. It means that you win in some way. That it's a reassurance that even if you're waiting for things to finalise, if you're waiting for things to come together, that this says it's in the positive for you. So it just means it's going to work out really well for you in some particular way. The Sun is the best of the best card in the pack as far as reassurance of saying yes. So if you've been thinking about something, if you've been waiting, for instance, to go on a trip and waiting to go on a trip, and you've still got to do a little bit of waiting because, you've got to book it or you've got to wait for a flight or whatever. This just says that, yes, it will happen. Yes, you'll enjoy yourself. And yes, when it happens, you'll be pleased that you waited. You'll be pleased that you didn't go earlier. It says the trip will be positive, so that's for everybody. Maybe you'd just be happy to get on a plane, but even that's pretty cool. Anything that you need clarity around. So this is the endings card. So this is that hard time that we've all been through, if you like, with the world changing, with COVID. It's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's like giving you that promise, especially with having the Sun there. Let go of things that have been difficult in your life. Put them to rest in some way. The Sun talks about new life, new beginnings, new exciting adventures, new parts of your life. This card says the past has served you well, your experiences have served you well, let them go. And it also says that some very difficult times for you are going to come to an end, which is really good news. So it's worth being patient. It's worth being patient, because then you will see the possibilities of your life. I know we're heading into winter down this end of the world. However, it's a little bit like you'll see sunshine in your life coming in the next month to 6 weeks. So as long as you as long as you can put things behind you, and if you have to just see them as absolutely necessary in your life for that chapter to finish, if you can even just do that, that will serve you really well. That will open doors in your life, that will make positive things happen in your life. Okay, right, and possibilities can open up for you. So I love the sunshine, actually. So I want to have a look at the sunshine first. And I want to have a look and see in what way that's going to expand. So what positives are there in your life? What is there in front of you that is hopeful, that you can look forward to? And that flew away. Did it land up right? No, but I can reach it. I'll be ducking away in a minute. But we'll just have a little look at what positives there are for you this month that can open up. I'll just see if there's one more card that's going to drop out. May. Yeah, and we've got a few, so we'll just leave it at that because that's the first one there. Oh, decisions. I'm going to disappear and then I'll be back. Just like a magician. There, I'm back. So we have the sword and we have the King of Swords, which pretty much means you're just going to be very decided on what you're going to do. It's like, even if you've been through a rough time, you're just going to go, to heck with it, I'm just going to get on with life. This is what I'm going to do. So it's very decisive. There's a lot of clarity. King of Swords is clarity. It is also that you want to do something that maybe you've been putting off for a while, that other people have been hoping that you will do, taking action that they hope you will do. And there'll be a lot more, it's not assertive, it's, I don't know. You'll just be clearer and I don't know. I'm sorry, my words keep getting stuck in my mouth again. So we'll have a look and see what these other ones are that come up. So, wherever you have felt stuck in your life, and some of that is because you've had to be patient so everything can fit into place, but wherever you felt frustrated or a little bit stuck in your life, or even just a little bit anxious about what's next and what do I do next, just take things one at a time, especially if you've got several areas of your life you're trying to juggle and trying to sort out and you're just not really sure how to do both. This says you can do both. This says that you will be actually able to compartmentalize things so that you're able to do more than one thing at once. You'll be able to balance your life quite easily. You will feel a bit uncertain about that, but this is the feel the fear and do it anyway, especially if you felt stuck. Not trapped, but just kind of stuck, indecisive, frustrated because of it. This just says if you take action, just make a decision, take action, just be the boss of you. Just go out and do it regardless. That it will work out in a much more positive way than you believe at this particular point in time. Now, I know this might sound a little bit, gender favourite, but listen to females particularly that give you just, I don't know, it just sounds right. If they give you good advice, well, they will give you good advice. So you'll know the ones that I'm talking about. They'll be the friends that are always kind of coming up with something useful to say. And yeah, just take it on board. There may be someone that says something about learning something new that will be helpful and useful to you, but also will actually help you in the long run financially as well. So the positives of May are around anything to do with learning, anything to do with decisive action. Just go, I'm going to do it. too bad, feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm going to do it. Even if I don't think I'll be able to cope with it, I'll find a way to manage and handle it. Your frustrations help you in the fact that they actually give you a little bit of drive so that you don't argue yourself out of things, okay? And if you do that, sun's shining. Sun's shining. Let's have a little look. The endings one, I'm going to have it. The patience one, well, we know we have to be patient. We know that we've had to wait for something for a long time, okay, to actually unfold and to sort itself out. And this is the month where it says just a little bit longer. It's getting there. Now we're going to look at the things to let go of, the chapters and the phase of your life that's actually come to an end. So there's no need now to hold on to that. So let's have a little look and see what comes out around that. So letting go isn't easy, even though it's simple, but it's not easy. Letting go is understanding that your past, actually this month, can give you some kind of inspiration to do with your life moving forward in a positive way, by the way. Every ending shows you there is a new beginning on its way, every single time. And this says whatever it comes to an end this month has a little glimmer of hope for you. It will give you some kind of idea or inspiration if you can just see it as something that was necessary, something that had served you, had done its time, had given you everything it could, whether it's a relationship, whether it is money, whether it is your own personal, who are you? Where is that person that I was? Sometimes it's because you've changed your name that you've actually changed your identity. And that's a real thing, by the way. So you become a new person. Your past, and this goes back to years and years and years. Anything that has finished in your life, this month will give you some kind of inspirational idea or thought. It might be little. Seriously, this is a month. It might just be something that's just like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Or that's kind of cool. If you follow up on it, you might be surprised at the positives that it can give you in your life and the happiness it can bring you. We'll just have a look and see if there's anything more about that card, about the finishing off phases of your life that will serve you well this month. Let's have a look. May's always decluttering, by the way, and that's on a practical level. Oh yeah, so that's just what fell out. So I'll just have a look at what else. What is there to let go of for you this month? There's a few. Some of you have lost money when it has come to previous trips and planned trips and travel that you could have gone on and that didn't. And some of you were able to get your money back and some of you weren't able to get your money back. This is to see it as a price paid for the next trip that you will go on. Not to let it hold you back, but just to put money toward a new trip. And maybe the trip includes a new destination or something different than what you were going to be doing before. See it as a blessing. And that will just help you enjoy your travel. This says also, if you let go of the past this month, put it to rest some way in your heart. That's relationship. That's like just, even if your life changed, and everybody's life did kind of, if you can kind of see it as a necessary change to inspire, uplift, and bring benefit to you in your life, which it does, when we embrace it, okay, every single time. Believe it or not, Spirit love you. They want the best for you. They don't look at your circumstances. They don't look at your cultural background. They don't look at anything about you. You are equal to every other being on the planet. And the ones around you are there because they want to assist you, help you, guide you, bring comfort to you. And if you acknowledge them, they will actually interact with you on a practical level. You know, all those synchronicities and coincidences and things we just go, oh, okay, they are actually your spirit helpers, putting those situations in front of you to guide you and make things happen more quickly, click into place maybe. So letting go of the past as a blessing can also, for some of you, bring extra money in, because this says that there is extra money. It says life can get really busy. You might just want a break. Do you know what I mean? So, because we have been in that, say, isolation, restriction kind of period of our lives, now it all takes off. Now we all get busy. And maybe that's like, oh, I wish I had a rest. I wish I could just have a little time to myself again. I'll just have a little look at the patience card before we go any further. This is the one that, you know, wait and see actually is a good thing to think. I'll just wait and see. This says everything you gave up, everything you have lost, everything you feel you have missed out on, actually is because there is something better for you. It's like because you are being maneuvered into a happier life, a more stable relationship, a more fulfilling lifestyle. And even if it doesn't look like it on the outside of it, there is that feel well factor, that fulfilling factor that comes into every change in our life. And being patient is just letting things fit in together, not trying to grab onto what was in the past, because the past is the past. And our world has changed. We can't even go back to the world we were in. We are trying as much as possible. And then something else happens, which is, you know, a bit of war going on. So we're not meant to go back. We are meant to let go. We are meant to let it be and see what new things come in and what new situations unfold for us personally and what we can do to have a more fulfilling life. So the patience side of it, I'll just have a little look at the cards. So for what purpose and for what reason? For some of you, it's around that I matter, I know what I'm going to do, I need to do this for myself kind of clarity. And then it is around, I am going to do this to bring income in, bit of me in the mix to help share with others. Yeah, to ultimately have an income stream that is not what you used to be doing. And that takes a little bit of time to come together as well. So for those of you that have started something new with a business side of things, I just please carry it on. I get that life is dragging you back, but please continue on with it. You were meant to be looking at what else you could do in your life, because that will be necessary as we go forward. So just be patient with yourself, patient with, you know, your time constraints, but please keep doing what is personal to you. And on that note, lovely people, if you want to contact me for a session, 027 4166 545 is my number. You've been listening to Radio Kidnappers, Voice of Hawke's Bay, and have a lovely, lovely month. See you in a couple of weeks.